Well, hello and good evening. It's me, Mr. Gary. We're live from Jakarta on today, the 27th of February 2021. Time now, 9 p.m. locally. Dark outside, we've got clear skies overhead. And this evening we're going to talk a lot about the English monophthongs, which I think some of you may well have tried looking at in the past. Perhaps you need a little refresher on that, and I think it's a good idea to refresh my channel with new monophthong content, just going over again what we've done in the past. And this time I'm going to give you some more examples and show you a little bit more about those mouth movements that you'll need to produce in order to make those sounds. We've said before that we can see sounds, especially if you've seen my English monophthongs video on my channel. Go right ahead and have a look at that later on, and we'll get straight into it. So, English monophthongs. What is a monophthong? Well, it is a single vowel sound, and an English monophthong. Hello there, Mohammed Ismail. We're talking about monophthongs, okay? So, English monophthongs are single vowel sounds, so they require a single mouth movement in your jaw, okay? So you don't need to do too much work to make these sounds work, if you like. And I will try and zoom in on my mouth a little bit more as we go through this evening. So I'm going to share with you my screen in just a moment. I'm just making sure that everything is working. When you're doing live streaming, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you'll always find that there are gremlins in the system, gremlins that cause live streams not to work properly. So I'm going to show you this. Hopefully you'll find it useful. That's the main thing, isn't it? Find it useful, and then it's going to be of benefit to you. Okay, so let me just go over here, and let me just go over here. Now, in order to make this work, you might need a plugin. Now, it was there a minute or two ago, so I'm going to just show. Yes, maybe I've closed it. Have I closed it? No, I haven't. Well, we'll have a little look at that while I try and get this done. So if I say like this, aha, there we go. Can you let me see what you're looking at right now at this moment? If you can see my screen, you should be looking at something called the British Council Phonemic Chart, okay? And this is a really useful tool because it was one of the few interactive tools that you could use and practice these on your own. So I'm going to show you a little bit how we do it and how I do it, especially with my students. And let me just see, I'm just wanting to check at this moment. Hello there, Sarah. I'm wanting just to check there what you're looking at. Right, okay, so let me just see. Okay. So looking again at pronunciation. Okay. What happened then? It's there, right, okay. Right. This one. Okay. So if you're looking at my screen right now, if I can share that with you, hopefully you're looking at a full version of the phonemic chart. And yes, you can see me as well, so I'm going to just make sure that the arrangement is good at this stage, and I'll just, maybe if I can make that myself a little bit bigger, and then you can see what it is I'm doing. There we go. Right, okay, so now you can see that sound chart. I'm going to try and demonstrate with you the movements that you're going to need. Now, the ones that we're going to concentrate on are these 12 in the top left hand corner in this evening's stream. These are called monophthongs. Those are single vowel movements. that you can make with your mouth. Let me watch my hand there because I'm going out of focus. That when you have your maxilla and your mandeville, you're just making a single movement, okay? In order to generate those sounds, you're going to get lots and lots of examples, and I might have a little quiz for you as well. If you stay around, we can play the quiz together. So let Mr. Gary go over here. So if we first start here, look, we have the E sound. You can see my mouse, it's there in the top left corner, the little finger. You have E, okay? Then you go over here, and here what we're doing is we're moving our lips from the smiley position and pushing them forward, okay? Ooh. So now we go ew, wee, ew, wee. Okay, so ew, wee, ew, wee. Okay, so when you transition from one to the other, they're generally connected when you're using this chart. Now you'll see this chart in many different publications. You'll see it in English textbooks, English course books, and things like that. And you'll see these sounds printed, or these symbols printed next to the words when you're using a dictionary. Any good dictionary will have that. So let's have a look at some of these examples here. So we have E, seat, green, free. Okay, notice how my lips are stretched into a smiley position here. E, seat, green, tree. Okay, now you've got those, then we can go to I sounds. I sounds. So this is the shortened I. Okay, sit. Hello there, Sarah. I think I did say hello to Sarah there a moment or two ago. Sit.
Sit.
Grin.
Grin.
I. Notice there's less of a smile here. We're going from this way, I, and we're just letting these lips relax a little bit here. Okay. Grin, sit, and fish. Good. Okay. Speaking of good, we go from I to U. Okay. I to U. So less smiley now, and we're starting at this stage here to push the lips forward a little bit. U. Okay. U. Good.
Good.
Foot.
Foot.
Pull. Pull. Okay. Now in this top right hand corner of this section, the vowel section here, okay, we have ooh, ooh, food, food. Okay. Rule and shoe. Ooh, shoe. Okay, good. Now you've learnt the first four vowel sounds. These sounds are called the monophthong sounds, okay? So we said that those are single mouth movement sounds. Now we have to make a little movement to get to the second row, okay? That's this row here. So we have eh. So here, the bottom jaw, you need to lower that a little bit. Put your fingers here, look, right by your ear, and you can feel now, you can feel that your jaw is moving a little bit. Okay, let me just zoom in. But we're not going all the way, we're just doing halfway at the moment. So head, head, bet, bet, said, said. I'll play those for you. Head, bet, and said, said. Okay. Now we've got we go Now this one's called a schwa sound. It's the only sound or the only symbol with a name, okay? And the reason is this one is the most common sound in English, okay? If we look at the example sounds or the example words, so here, less of a tension in the lips, teacher, teacher, observer, observer, about, about. Okay, now we've got those done. We've got and now we go so this is a longer sound here. Girl, girl, nurse, and then earth, earth. Good. Okay, I hope you're following along at home, and welcome if you're wanting to learn a little bit about pronunciation. We're talking about English monophthongs this evening. Lots of examples, and if we get some people in chat, then we can have a little quiz. I've got a quiz for you. So we go from to or. Notice now, my jaw is going down a little bit. Or, and I'm pushing those lips forward here. Or. And it's useful if you follow those movements and try and practice with this jaw here, because this is where most of my learners have a lot of problems. They move the tongue around, but they don't move their jaw very much. So the more you try and drop this jaw, the easier and the better your English pronunciation will become. Of that, I'm sure. Okay, example words for or. Walk, walk, and then door, door, and then the number, that's right, 4, 4, 4. So good, we've got those done. Now we change again. We go from to to a. No, notice now you go a. So this is a different position in your jaw here, this bottom one. You need to just drop it down a little bit more. A. Doing that? Good. Let's look at some examples. Had, had. Then we have a lamb, lamb. The baby sheep is called a lamb. Okay, and then we have the final one. We have apple, apple. Okay, now we go from a to and this is the one they joke. There's a joke about this sound. They say that this is called the idiot sound. Why do we call it the idiot sound? Well, typically when people don't know something, they go, huh? And they let their jaw relax. And they say that you look like an idiot. I mean, I don't agree with that. But anyway, cup. Love. Money. Money. Okay. So you go So so a little bit of a change there in the sound. Then we go ah. Imagine you're having a bit of a massage at this point, and you go ah. Oopsie daisy. Heart. 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 Dark. Dark. Good, well done if you're getting these. And then, I'm not so sure about this one. Fast. That's not really a sound, is it? That's more of a sound, I think. So maybe there's an error in the chart there. Now we pull this jaw down a little bit, okay? We have hot. Hot. Shop. Oh, beg your pardon. Stop. And want. Want. Okay, guys, so I hope you got that and you did really well there, and you've seen that chart perhaps before. Now I'll try and move on tomorrow. That's the 28th of February, and we'll have a look at some diphthongs tomorrow. The following day we'll look at consonant sounds. So that's Monday the 28th, and then I think the 1st of March. Okay, so we're going to look at monophthongs tomorrow, 28th of February. 1st of March we'll look at some consonant sounds, and if you need some more assistance or if you have any questions, please do put them in chat. Okay, even if you're watching on VOD, put them in chat and I'll come and take care of those for you and help you with that. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a test. Not a test. Let's play a little game, okay? I'm going to use... I hope I've got something there. There we go. Let's see if you know which character from the chart I am drawing. So which character am I drawing from the chart? Okay, if you think you know the answer, I think I've got some people in here still, so that's good. If you know the answer, put the answer into chat. I'm watching chat over here as well, down on my handphone. I've got a little bit of a how can I say this, discrepancy. How many people are in chat? YouTube reports it's just one. That's myself viewing myself. My streaming software reports 3. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. If you know what this symbol is, or what sound that is that Mr. Gary has drawn, by all means put your guess into the chat box. Okay, put your guess into the chat box. What has Mr. Gary drawn there? What sound can you see? Well, if you remember, this one is example words: had, lamb, apple. Had, lamb, apple. Okay, so that's really good if you got all of those, or if you got that one correct. Let's try another one at this point. Which sound am I drawing here? Which sound have I drawn? And if you guessed well done. Example words we said earlier are head, bet, and said. Head, bet, and said. So I'm going to have a little look at some other ones for you now. Set, jet, bend, and mel. Okay, okay, right, that's fine. Yeah, I understand that one. Right, let's have a look at the next one then. I'm going to look at. This one should be quite an easy one. Okay, so I will just undo that one. Okay, what sound is this one? What sound is this one? No, Mohammed Ismail, that was not the schwa sound. Unlucky. That was not the schwa sound. So what sound is this one? I'm not sure if you can see that very well, so I'll just zoom in. Oops, a daisy. Maybe I'll go over here and zoom a little bit more on that. Okay, so do you know what sound this one is? Okay, no response in chat, so I'm not sure if you're there. But anyway, the answer for this one is... actually, maybe I need to make that a little bit clearer. Okay, it's not easy to draw these sounds. Much easier to use a pencil and a bit of paper, I can assure you. And the answer is E. Sorry, the answer is E for this one. E. So E. Remember that first sound that we looked at? Seat. Seat. Green. Green. And then the third one was tree. Tree. Okay, so some quite tricky sounds there. These are ones that many of my learners have some difficulty with, and I'll give you a really good resource page for you to have a look at a little bit further on in the live stream. Okay, Mohammed Ismail said the schwa sound, so he's got the schwa sound correct. He knows about that schwa sound. But can Mr. Gary draw the schwa sound? That's the question, isn't it? Let's have a look. Well, it's a back to front E sound. It's a back to front E letter, isn't it? That's what it is. Yes, good. I mean the previous one. Yeah, the previous one wasn't a schwa sound. The one that's the back to front. Okay, when we say back to front, it means it's been flipped. Okay, like that. Okay, so if I was to this one here is a schwa. This is how I remember it. Okay, but this one here is a normal S sound. This one doesn't have a name. Okay, it's simply eh. But this schwa sound here is the right, the letter combination. Okay, letter combination. So we have words like yes, Mohammed Ismail, I don't know if there's a delay on the chat or something, perhaps an issue with YouTube, but I can see your chats are coming through. And he says schwa, I mean the previous one, flee. So that's not, flee isn't a schwa sound, is it? It's not. It's the double E sound. Okay, so flee, 3B, C. Okay, so that would be this one. Okay, flee, 3, C. He puts, that's C. Okay, C as in, you know, the water body, if you like, C. And let's have a look. C, he puts free. Everybody likes free, don't they, Mohammed Ismail? I like free. I like free things. But oops a daisy. This one here, if we look at this one here, Then we have to think. We said teacher. Right, okay. So notice it's this bit here, right? That's the schwa sound. So if you look in your dictionary and you see the word teacher, maybe Mr. Gary can have a look. According to that we're looking at, let me see if I can show you it. Yes. Yeah. There we go, look. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Now, let Mr. Gary try and make sure that you can see this, because holding this thing, his dictionary up against the... holding it up against the camera might be quite difficult. Okay. Let's see, can you see that? Ooh. We're struggling, but it's there. Just a moment while I try a bit harder to hold that up against the camera. Wait for the light to adjust. Aha. Right, okay, so if I hold that there, teacher, can you see it just there, look? You can see that? Ooh, it's difficult. Teacher, okay. A person whose job is teaching, especially in a school, history, science, etc. Teacher, primary school, and there's a growing need for qualified teachers of business English, according to this dictionary. So there we go. Yes, you can see it, he says. Brilliant. I love doing stuff like this and having fun. So it's the schwa sound, isn't it? And like I say, okay, so we have here, I'm going to give you some word examples. Let's have a look. I've got a full list of these here, so just give me a second while I find them. About. Well, they say it's about, but some of these websites, and I don't think they're reporting some of these properly. I think perhaps, but then again, English is a very wide language, right? It's a very wide language with it's spoken in many different countries. Rocket, ticket, helmet. I don't think that's correct. I'm going to have a look at that. So, apparently, it was an additional letter of the Latin alphabet. Okay, so Latin is an ancient language. It's not used very often anymore. I mean, some people say that it's an upside down E. It's not an upside down E. It's back to front. If it was upside down, all right. Oh my goodness me, we're going to cause a scene with this. If it was upside down, right? I say that there is back to front. I said that earlier, right? So if it was upside down, it would be something like that, wouldn't it? Now, if you look at the ah sound, okay, notice the similarity. Notice the similarity to the letters that are involved, or the symbol that's involved in that sound. It's not a letter. by the way. It's a symbol, okay? And we were talking a little bit earlier about how these sounds can be seen. All right, so if I say this word, what sound am I making at this moment? This one's a classic. The answer is dog. Okay, I was saying dog. Okay, so you can see sounds. If you look carefully at the way people speak, then you can actually, and I notice this with my students, sometimes they look at me and go, huh? And sometimes English speakers get a little bit freaked out and they say, why is it people look at my mouth when I'm speaking? Yeah, what they're trying to do is what they're hearing versus what you're saying can be two different things. So be a little bit careful about that. They're trying to interpret what you're saying by looking at not only listening to you, but by actually looking at the mouth movement that you're making. And once, it might take a little bit of repetition. It might take you a little bit of slowing down. All right, you slow down what you say, how you say it. Try to speak a little clearer, and you'll find that it's much easier for those people then to understand the words or understand what you're saying. Okay. Good. Schwa sound. Let's have a look at E sound. We have sheep as well. E, even, and feast. E, we could have fist versus feast. Feast, a lot of food, okay? Fist, like a boxer. E, chicken. E, did. E, convinced. Convinced. Oh, this is a good one. Shepherd. Shepherd, somebody who used to look after sheep. Get. Success. Successful. You could have that for we could have plan. Exactly. Exactly. Actually. Began. Began. This is that upside down V, isn't it? Alright, so if we look at this upside down V, let me share that screen with you guys again so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm not rushing on too fast for you. Good, a lot of chit chat going on here. I like it when there's some chit chat in the chat room. This one here, look. We could have cup. We could have love. And we could have money. Money. Okay? Everybody likes a bit of money. Alright, so once you've got that, then it's going to be a bit easier. Money. Good. Okay, let me flip. So, now we move on to the sound. Sound. And that's the with the two dots at the side. Okay? So you have dark. Dark. Afternoon. Afternoon. After. Okay? Those are just some examples. Remember that orange? You put the orange in your mouth and the jaw goes all the way down. Okay? And you can feel it here. Okay? After some practice, you'll start feeling not pain, but a little bit of ache in it or tiredness here, perhaps. O. Flock. Flock. Hot. Not. Bothered. Bothered. Now we have the O sound. Okay. Now O, I think these are more, yes. Let's have a look at O. That's the back to front C with the 2 dots at the side. We have caught. Caught. Thought. More. Course. Before. Okay, same sound there. Lots of stretchiness with it. Foot. This is the sound. Cut. Foot. Good. Looking. Looking. Then you have ooh. Ooh. Cooed. The bird cooed in the tree. Afternoon. Afternoon. Soon. Soon. And two. Two. Bird. Heard. Concern. And last of all, third. Third. Okay, everyone, I think that's I'll take some questions if there are any questions, or if you have any queries about that. I think we've done quite a good job there getting those done over the past 37 minutes. 37 minutes in this stream. Do you have any questions, guys, at this stage? I'll wait in chat there. If there are any questions, by all means put them in the chat. If you think of a question later on, by all means drop me a comment, drop me an email. Perhaps you want me to I'll give you a little link to some really good text that I found about this earlier on. Okay, so I'll put that in the chat box in just one moment. Just give me a second while I load up the source. So I'm just going to load up the source, and then you can go in there and have a little look at some of those. If you have any questions, any queries, put them in the chat box. Again, if you want to ask me anything, or perhaps you don't know, or perhaps you're not sure, okay, no problem at all. Go right ahead, send me an email, send me a chat. Maybe you want to ask me some other questions, but there is an app. Okay, now I can't tell you, I'm not responsible for these apps, but some of these you may have to pay for. Alright, if you want to pay for them, that's up to you. Unfortunately, I don't have any deals or anything like that, or any promo codes, but if you want to try them out, something that's quick, something that's convenient, that will help you with your studies, you could always try this one here. Okay, it's a British Council. It used to be free, alright, but then what happened was Adobe, a company called Adobe, stopped their software program. You might have heard of Adobe, and they used something called Adobe Flash Player. Well, they reached an agreement with Google and stopped using it, or stopped producing it, and withdrew it from the internet. Well, once they did that, that caused everybody a lot of trouble, because people spent a lot of time, money developing these applications, and you can try that there. If you're using Google Play Store, obviously it's going to be it's going to send you on a link. Maybe I'll put the link there. If you've got Google Play, if you want to use the Apple one, if you're an Apple user, I'll get you a link for that as well. Just give me 1 second. And yeah, it's up to you if you want to download those things, but they're very useful. Okay, this is the chart that I'm using, and this is the one I recommend to my students because it's interactive. Alright, you can literally go on there, press the buttons, press the sound, and it gives you the example words, gives you the example sounds. A bit of a shortcut, bit of a cheating way of doing things, but everybody likes a bit of convenience these days. I personally am a little bit old-fashioned. I'll happily reach for my dictionary if I don't know something. And you might think, well, you're a teacher, you should know everything. Not true. Absolutely far from it. I don't know everything. And I defy anybody out there to say, oh, I know this and I know everything. No, you don't. Learning is a lifelong journey, and that's why I have my dictionary. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little mini session this evening. If you have any questions, queries, again, drop them in the comments box. Perhaps you'd like to view one of my other videos. If you do, I'll put a shortcut, or I'll put a recommended video from me here and a little playlist here. Don't forget, like and subscribe to my channel if you want to find out more, or you want to learn more about me. Thanks for visiting. I'm Mr. Gary. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.